On point. On point. Again, let's do it again. On point. On point. On point. On point. God damn it. On point. On point. Yeah, man. On point.
Okay. Yeah, you said
Okay,
to drop.
I want to ask one question. So as I was watching the podcast, so basically, the podcast host was saying that she likes to test men.
What?
She likes to test men.
In what way?
So in order for them to get a quick, she likes to test men financially before they can get a goody two shoes.
So that is prostitution.
No, that's what I'm trying to ask.
No, like make them spend money on.
Make them spend money heavy. We're not talking about money, you know. We're talking about the Londoners that go to Nova Corp, you know, all this type of establishment.
Sexy fish, Hakkasan.
You know. Tries to test the guys heavy. So what do I have to say about that?
Very nice to, as I said, change the narrative that it's not prostitution. That is testing a guy. Fuck off, man. No.
That is prostitution.
That
That is modern day. The way you have modern day slavery, which people call 9 to 5.
It's the same thing with how they call it now. OnlyFans models are not. They're not porn stars.
They're not porn stars.
They're not porn stars. They're
OnlyFans models.
They're not.
That's how they call them.
They don't call themselves porn stars.
But that's true.
They're content creators, right?
It is, yeah, they're content
I mean, they
creators.
create content.
But porn stars do create content.
Porn stars also create content.
Yeah.
How come we never subscribe?
Understandable. They call them porn stars, but these people they create content and they call themselves content creators. And sometimes they even create content to your liking. Okay.
Yeah, the porn stars too.
No, I don't get you because I don't watch those things. So you watch.
Everybody.
Are you admitting?
Sometimes I come across some certain things.
Or they come across you?
No, I come across.
So you walk towards them?
Sometimes I can't control my eyes. See.
But that's the thing. So I'm actually wondering, like, is it actually right for someone to test you? But because when someone is saying like
The Bible says test all spirits.
that's the thing.
So therefore, she's right.
She's right. I mean,
But now, if you're testing a man,
as a man, would you also do the same? Like, because I thought about it. Like, let's say,
No, but we're
let's say it's a scenario now. I want to test someone because women always say like, if we go on a date, she will pretend to pay.
don't pretend.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Don't pretend.
Don't
Don't even put your hands in your wallet.
No, but now you can also test to see her generosity. So you go on a date, and instead of, because women are waiting for you to say, "Nah, don't pay," you just be like, "Thank you." So you let her pay.
That's
As a
the
test.
man in me.
I think the best thing to do, because I don't like fooling myself,
Mm-hmm.
right? Before the waiter comes up, before we ask for the bill, be like, who's paying? Are you gonna pay? Are you taking me out today? As in, are you gonna pay for this? If that's the vibe you're on. Because if the waiter is standing there and now you people are looking at you, are waiting, she's waiting.
And the waiter's waiting.
And the waiter is waiting
In that case, I just pay
to save your face.
to save the awkwardness.
Exactly. Then you tell her to transfer it to you.
No, I think the person that initiated the date should pay actually.
I see that, but for me, even if a girl asks me out, I go with the intention to pay. That's me.
Let me stop you right
See the way I said it? I go with the intention to pay. But if she wants to, as in if I see that she has the initiative to pay, and I think that it was a nice evening, I'm not gonna be stressing and I must pay. I'm gonna be like, oh, let me handle it. No, it's okay, I'll pay. Are you sure? And I'll smile, smirk.
But
that's
such a gentleman.
No,
Yes,
but be honest. But be honest. But be honest.
I am honest.
But with most men, if women are generous towards us, we like to double what the same thing that they did.
Oh, I don't think like that.
Me, I think like that.
No,
So
I keep because my level.
it's not I want to double per se. It's just like because you're generous towards me, I also want to be generous towards you.
So you give out 2 double orgasm.
That's it.
Dangerous.
if they God permits, but if I'm seeing that somebody is generous towards me, I won't just like it just to go in vain. I'll be like, you did this for me. I will definitely not reimburse you like on the same amount, but I will reciprocate the same love. Because there's some women that be like, of course you have to pay because the amount.
And this is what I don't like. This, of course, because it is not self-fulfilling.
Yeah.
What was that in English? It is not something that should be taken.
For granted. Yeah.
Don't take it for granted because I worked for this money. Even if I was a millionaire,
Oh, a drogadela.
or drug dealer. There is a certain risk in my profession
In
that I
both.
go through day to day
Found to
to
like
make
it.
that money.
On both.
You found to like
On both.
You get me? Now I'm going out here to spend the money on you. It shouldn't be taken for granted. You should respect the fact that I'm going out with you, because there are women that are more beautiful than you that might want me, but I just maybe don't have interest in them.
But do you expect something if you pay? Let's be honest. Like,
The least I expect is a good time. I'm not even talking of sex yet.
yeah.
I'm not talking of relationship yet. But the least I expect is that we go out, we have a nice time, a respectful time, and if more happens out of it, fantastic. But don't go out with me because you just want to feed your belly, because that's disrespectful.
Especially
I'm being nice
the worst
kind
ones,
because you know I will pay. Then you ghost me or
You call it Mr. 5-star restaurant.
I mean,
That's what saved you.
according to research, a lot of people go out on a date. I mean,
To feed
a
the
lot of women go out on a date because about the thing you said, like if the date was nice, like you don't have to. We are not talking about sex. Like if the date was nice, that means that person has to entertain you in some certain type of way. But girls, according to research, according to what I saw online, they tend to go on a date for you to impress them.
But
That's the
stop
worst thing,
right
actually.
there.
Why
But that
why
means
many
that
women
most of the
feel like-
responsibilities on you.
Yeah.
The financial responsibilities on you. The humor, the fun, and entertainment aspect also on you. What is her responsibility?
There's something I read from
Can you
Dave
guess?
Chappelle.
I mean,
If you at least pay, she should at least entertain you. A responsibility should be entertainment. I want you to ask me questions. I want you to make jokes, to crack jokes.
have content.
That's why they ask.
Have content.
That's why they ask what you bring to the table.
Yeah.
Simple
Yeah,
humor,
a
don't
lot,
bring.
a lot of them are like, yeah, you are wooing me, so you need to work for it.
But that's why I ask
It's
you
your
as well.
job. It's your job to work for it. You
But
get
if you go on a date, in my opinion, as a man these days, this is a new rule for the new man these days. If you go on a
Except for the
date,
new man.
if you go on a date, you do not enjoy yourself. But later on, I did not enjoy myself, so I'm just gonna pay for my.
I know this is not the first time you're saying this.
But
But it's fair because why would you? Look, we are talking about ROI, return of investment.
Yes.
So at least if there's no return of investment, at least just get out as the way you got in. So in that sense, you did not enjoy yourself. So why should you have the guts to say that you have to pay for me? No.
But I actually think that we have in that sense, that dating, I think we actually have a poor man's mindset when it comes to that type of dating. And I
Because
think,
you are not the rich one.
I'm not a rich one. So
No, I'm just saying the person that has a poor man mindset.
Because I think
yeah,
that
that's not a rich
because
one.
I believe that or let's say my experience of what I've seen, when guys have money and they're loaded with money and they go on a date, they be like, if they don't like the date, they be like, okay, ciao, like go there. There's no, how would I say?
But they still pay though.
Huh?
They still pay. They still.
They pay a month for finish.
Yeah, but I don't want to pay though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because the poor man mindset.
Why?
That's what I'm paying.
But imagine,
Look,
imagine.
I'm conscious of my money, of my financial abilities.
Imagine you can afford it, yeah? You be like, if there's no vibe, you end it at any time. As a poor man, with a poor man mindset, you be like, okay, I'm going on a date. You're trying to rescue it. You're trying to entertain. You're trying to. You're trying to.
I hear what you're saying,
Great.
but you shouldn't go out on a date. And here I agree with certain things you read online. Going out on dates shouldn't be your business. If you can't afford certain things, that's not going to make you regret that evening if it doesn't go well. Going out on a date should be none of your business.
But that's material.
I'm telling you what's factual.
Yeah.
Why would you go out on a date if the last 50 euros you have is what you use on a date, and that 50 euros will take you, and if that 50 euros is what that is, if it is what that is going to carry you for the rest of the week, why are you going on a date?
Maybe that person is.
Go out with her,
Maybe that
have a
person
walk,
is.
have a conversation.
I mean,
But this
yeah,
is
that
not
makes sense.
possible.
Maybe that person is quite.
Don't go on a
as
date
well.
where you have to put money there, because she's not going to be impressed if she wants something that's going to cost €1 more than your 50 euros, and then all of a sudden you're stammering and you're asking her, "Stand out of that."
No. What if you're impressed about the fact that
you are using?
spent all your savings?
Who is she? Is she Jesus?
No. That's not the point here.
She put your hand in your pocket
It's about what she's
and give
feeling.
an offering that will touch you.
It's about what she's feeling. Like, okay, this guy has only $50 and he spends everything.
This is where you shouldn't care about what she's thinking. If I say this once in life, this is the moment you shouldn't care about what she's thinking.
Exactly.
Because
I mean,
there is no guarantee.
At this point, you're trying to impress.
Yes, but you're impressing at the wrong time. This date, if she's willing to go out with you, she won't care if she's honestly, keyword, honestly interested in going out with you, getting to know you.
Mm-hmm.
Her emphasis is not going to be when you're almost broke and you're trying to do it. She's going to be concerned about trying to get to know you, honestly. Even if she's a gold digger, she wants to know you. So she can as well wait, if she really wants to know you, till when you have money. Let's go out on a walk. Let's take a walk.
I get your point, but the thing is, if a woman senses that this guy is willing to do all these things for me, even at some point you might say, you don't need to spend it. But the fact that you are willing to spend this money...
Another perspective, what if he's only going to do that because he's broke right now, and if he has more money, he's going to do that with 50 women?
Now you're taking
It's
another perspective.
It's just
Now he has little, he's focusing on one woman.
It's out of context.
Then if he has much, he's doing it
It's
for
out
more
of context.
women.
Don't worry about what the man will do if he has money.
Wait. What you said now?
What Ima will do?
Huh?
You don't know what you heard. Don't worry what Ima will do.
I said, man, don't worry about what he's going to do when he has a lot of money.
Yeah.
Worry about the moment right now. He has $50 and he was willing to spend everything on her.
Then if he's my brother, he deserves to kneel down in the living room where the elders are seated and to ask for forgiveness. Because
I don't want to go personal right now because
have you done that?
because
Kneel down, elders.
due to some conversation we were having earlier, if you were to do something for a certain person,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
and you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Before I continue,
Yeah.
Normal.
in this case, would you do that?
No.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Because wooing a woman, this is old school, I'm not going to say pimp game. Talking to a woman, making a woman like you is not just about how much money you have.
No, it's not about this money. It's not about the money.
No. But what you're saying is based on money.
Yes, but no, it's not based on money. It's about the
If
willingness.
you're telling me,
It's about the willingness.
it goes together hand in hand. My willingness is connected to my money.
Yes,
because
yes.
based on what I'm saying,
There
they
are
go
many
together.
aspects of
Yes.
No, to
Now
what
you are
I'm
saying the thing you're saying right now is okay. You can use your mouth. I mean that works perfectly well. But when it comes to like giving out something, it's not the fact that okay, I want to put everything, but
Some
you
people
are willing.
might.
See, if even
I'm
as a man,
I'm
even
doing
as a
my
man,
last part
if
today.
a woman, even
I'm the devil's advocate.
no, you're not devil's advocate. Not at all. Not at all. I'm just saying, even me, if someone is willing to give me everything, I'm going to feel some certain type of way.
Nah.
Look, you see that?
What do you mean
That's
now?
what I said about generosity.
No. If you're willing to give me everything, like
Let's be realistic. Nah.
Okay,
We're
then.
guys. We're going to misuse it. Nah.
No.
Nah.
Please,
Nah.
please. What? Every time.
Nah. Come on. Let's be real. Come
No,
on.
yeah, bad
All I'm going to say is
We're going to be
all I'm going to
misusing
say
it.
is this: if I have 50 euros, and maybe the next time my next paycheck is coming is, who knows, in a week's time, I'd rather keep that 50 euros and go out on a date with her that I don't have to spend that 50 euros. I might spend 15 euros. Because it's also a sacrifice. But I'll go out with
Yeah, I
her.
understand.
You understand me?
I understand, yeah.
But using all your money, not knowing maybe how tomorrow or what tomorrow brings, you're trying to impress someone where you don't know if she's just there for the dinner or if she's really there because she likes you. But as I said, if she really likes you, she will be able to, let's say she should hopefully understand that right now I am not financially buoyant. I'm not maybe because you're a broke guy. Just imagine, as I had my accident, I had money. Okay, I fixed my car, I paid once. But just imagine the money I had to pay for my car is exactly the amount that I have on my account. Am I really broke? Probably not, because I had that money. But now, if you are expecting me to now go on a date with you and spend 200 euros where I have to pay a certain amount for my car, she should tell me that, oh, I think you're not serious.
I mean, that's another angle. That's another angle.
Yeah.
But the thing, you are making a lot of sense. But what I'm saying is the willingness to like, okay, I can do everything for you.
Yeah, but
and this is not to impress.
Why wouldn't
this
you?
Is
yeah,
not
but
to
you're
impress
trying to impress, or you're trying to manipulate.
No, it's not manipulation.
I'm just giving another perspective.
It's not. You are not impressing.
Another perspective.
You are not impressing. You are not manipulating. You are not doing anything.
So what are you doing?
We do watch Indian movies, right?
Indian movies.
Yes.
Movies.
Yeah, movies like
They sing if they are fighting.
Films.
All of a sudden they jump in slow motion.
And you see, there are men. They went to some extra lengths to do everything for the women.
Yeah.
They're not trying to impress them. They're trying to show how much they love them.
Okay.
And they
If
appreciate
you
them.
tell me,
So that's what I'm trying to say.
let me give you another
It's still
perspective.
impressing kind
If
of.
you tell me
And this
she's
is not even
living,
about money.
wait, if you tell me she's living in Nigeria, and the last money you have for the month is, let's call it 600 euros, and her school fees or blah 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 happens, and it costs 500, and you send 500 euros to her to pay her school fees or the hospital bill of her father and mother, right? I'll say, okay, I respect that. I hear it. I might not completely agree, but I hear it. It is reasonable.
Even that one I might not do.
But you rather take her out to eat fish fillet.
No. It's because the reason I said I might not do that one is the distance. No. It's the distance. It's calm as well. I don't want anybody to run me straight.
And you think this girl here can't run you straight?
I mean, you are with that person at this moment.
Brother, this is the thing.
No.
Now you see, now in this case, he's adding more.
If you're if
more
you're
and
with
more
someone-
context
yes,
to
I'm
it.
adding more context. I'm adding more context. See, I'm not a fan of long distance because I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you are doing here.
Go and give
No,
the money to the other boyfriend.
I'm just saying this based on the example you gave. Again, like I don't know what you're doing. You need 500 for
so you
school
have
fees,
trust
and then
issues.
No, but you
of
can
course I have
know.
trust issues.
But wait.
Of course I don't trust anybody.
Imagine this situation. Buy a girlfriend. You buy a girlfriend a car. And there's one guy. The guy.
But if you're with me right now, and I have this thing, and we talk to each other, and we say, okay, this is what you need, and it is not even what, like, I don't know how to put this, like, I'm willing to do this thing for you.
So just
I
imagine.
like this person, I want to be with this person.
Just
together.
imagine you're doing everything for your woman, like in the series Sex Life,
Yeah.
and then she's writing the fantasies of her getting dipped down by Shenlong. You got Shenlong, right? Dragon Ball. Getting dipped down by Shenlong. Would you feel the same thing? And she's living in the same house as you.
I mean,
You see, you can bend this as much as
yeah,
you
we
want.
can bend it. We can always bend it because right now is I'm just talking about the willingness for you that you're showing that you are willing to do this thing for this certain person.
Okay, let me tell you
It's
one
not,
thing.
and the thing is, it's not everybody.
Let me say
If
one
you
thing.
feel a certain way about a person,
Yes.
you're willing to do everything.
But
for this
Shebi,
person.
if she feels a certain
It's not
way about
everybody,
you,
it's not everybody.
Shebi, if she feels a certain way about you and knows that if you are capable, you will do anything for her.
Yeah,
She should be able to have understanding
In
that
this case-
presently he cannot do this
in
thing.
this case, this is the first gesture.
But why would you
We're
start
talking
like
about
that?
dates. We're talking about dates.
But brother, why would you start like that? What if she happens to bestell to order 2 cheeseburgers instead of one that you expected by her slender stature, and she orders more than you can, she bites more than you can chew? You get that analogy? How do you pay? How do you get out of it? You start explaining yourself to her. I actually had 50 euros and I used €2.20 to buy tickets to come here, and at €2.20 to go back. Okay, 2 for that's 480. So now 480, 20 cents. That is 55 euros and 20 cents.
I'm not going to take her
45.
to a place where I know, okay, I'm not capable of paying anything with it.
Oh, you're only capable as long as you know what her limit is consumption wise. We can go to kebab stand and we blow 55 euros easily. How many kebab she
Now,
take?
QB.
No, but what if what if she start taking kind there?
Which kind?
How do you control what she wants? Or are you gonna say you don't like anymore because she
No.
likes
Two
alcohol?
people cannot blow 55 in a kebab stand. No.
How?
No. Which part?
You see?
Even if you take small takeaway, you know, still.
This is small chops.
If you tell me at the corruption is a lot actually.
But to be
I
honest,
take
nah, if you go to a kebab stand,
And she blow 55. You know this relationship cannot last. Anywhere you go with her,
you be thief.
anywhere you go with her, you know that your money can never be sufficient.
Yeah, I mean, I get your point. I'm just saying the willingness to do something for the person you love. You know, it's a good gesture.
I am a supporter. I am really a firm believer and a supporter of you like a woman, go an extra mile for her.
And it depends on how much though.
How much what?
Huh?
How much what?
How much you have. If the case is like, okay, maybe 10k. And she needs 10k. I'm not going to give her.
I think you see. So what he has been saying does not add up, right? My word, does it add up?
When he said already
No.
he has trust issues and he's controlling.
What did you say I'm controlling?
Well, you said that you can only trust her when you are with her. That means you have to control her in order to trust her.
That means they're going to look up.
No. What the fuck are you saying?
Now let's try to.
No, I have to be with you.
Yeah.
Hey, you are paraphrasing my word in a wrong way. You are paraphrasing me in a wrong way. I said I have to be with you
Because that's
to be able to. Because if you are far away from someone, you don't know what they are doing.
that you cannot control them.
No, it's not about controlling. If you have a girlfriend,
Yeah.
and you live together, you come in and out, you call each other, you do stuff. Maybe you might not see each other for 2 hours or 3 hours. I mean, that's enough for them to fuck you up anyways. But still, you still have it in mind that okay, this person is here, she's probably not doing anything. But the person you are not seeing at all, and the only means of you seeing them is on the phone or FaceTiming. Come on. It's not, I'm not saying
sorry,
controlling.
baby, I was sleeping.
So I'm not saying controlling. I don't put words in my mouth.
I was trying to help you.
yeah.
I was still trying to help your cause.
So, however the case may be, honestly, I think you have to put things in perspective and know this is what I have, this is what I can do, and this is the conversation I can have with this girl. If a woman is trying to demand more than you have, it will cause friction in the whole getting to know each other phase. So what I'm saying is that you're having a limited amount of money. Either you budget around what you have, or you shift, you postpone to when you're able to afford the kind of thing you like.
That makes sense.
And I think it's better I don't take you out on a 50 euro date, and use that to nourish myself, my livelihood for a week, but take you out on a 150 euro date where I know that whatever you want, you can take it without me breaking a sweat and thinking, oh my god, I hope she doesn't ask for some more wine. You get me? Because if it's a girl that is, let's say, high maintenance girl, it doesn't mean that she's a gold digger. She might have grown up in that manner.
We call high maintenance self-care.
You should be grateful. You should be
Yeah, high
grateful
maintenance self-care.
You should be grateful that you meet her standards.
So you will take her out when you can afford her standards.
I'm not grateful. I should be grateful that I can meet her standard.
People raise the standards, you know.
Yeah.
And if they agree to go out with you, that means they see you as a high class person.
Or you have the prospect.
Yes.
I hate that shit nowadays. Actually,
Why?
Like you just said, we have romance
It's alright to raise your standards.
Even the narrative of how it is supposed to go.
For example, if you think you're not worth someone spending, I don't know, 200 euros on you on a date. That's a question. Do you think you're worth someone spending 200 euros on you on a date?
Someone will spend 200 euros
On a date, yeah.
I'm both more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Calm down.
What else did you guys expect him to say?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, for example, now you already create a standard for yourself.
Exactly, but that is.
So that means if someone take you out and they spend 20 euro for you, you might not be impressed.
Why?
I said you might not.
Might. But I still have to agree with the narrative of these days now, where the people that allow I mean, our experience now is with women. That women bring out the narrative how they
have
do
experiences with men also.
My advice here,
No, don't put me there. The narrative of how they did
You still didn't say no.
no.
I didn't say no because I said say no.
Yeah, active paying card member.
When I share that, I would say the narrative of how a date should be now. Like now we also have it with the social media. Every time it's written, a guy needs to do this, a guy needs to do that. How to spend this a certain amount of money. Sometimes you even see women slandering men on this thing. Oh, we went out. The guy just wanted to go to McDonald's, buy me this one. That was the date. I think that is also the thing, like where women don't really, a lot of women, not all women, where a lot of women don't really
you
appreciate.
take someone to McDonald's on the first day.
Bro, you can't afford this.
End the night day. Don't start the night day.
Okay,
That's perfect.
But
This man deserves.
Don't start the night day. That's the night day.
so now
Go
okay, I
for a walk.
understand.
Doesn't that depend on your budget?
Yeah, now I understand.
Even if you have the money,
but let's be realistic.
even if you have the money, right?
I
See, some beautiful dates are by let's meet, let's go for a walk. So actually women like taking strolls.
Yeah.
Let's go for a walk. I find a place where you have
Make it fake spontaneous, like as if you're just taking.
like you know what? Let's meet such and such time. Let's meet around there. Then all of a sudden you're not going into any restaurant. The thing is this. The clue is this. Don't tell her let's go out for dinner. Let's go out. Let's have some conversations. I'd like to get to know you better. Let's spend some time. Now there is no we're going to eat. We're not going to eat. We're going to drink. Now it's getting to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden you end up in Prat Alley. You are walking, talking. Before she knows, you say, "About to do speak." Take water. Drink. And as we're done, we might pass one McDonald's. Oh, would you like to have something? I think, I'm craving a cheeseburger. You are now setting the pace. I am craving a cheeseburger. Let's go. Do you want to have something?
You have me there. Now you got to.
Now she's going to go in with you. And now she'll pick something. And then, like, you your cards.
Put on the voucher.
Set your trap cards. Your magic cards.
Someone was asking question if it's alright to pay with vouchers on dates.
I used to do that. But the way you pay is, you pay if she goes to the restroom, or you tell her you're coming, you go to the thing and tell them you like to pay.
Why not do it like?
Because it might look awkward.
It's just
But don't be
Spanish.
ashamed. Tell her. Mention it in your
Spanish.
conversation. At first, I wasn't feeling comfortable about it. But then I made it a point in the conversation. Oh, such and such and such. They had nice offers. And most often, the days of daily deals, Groupon. I did that shit.
If someone pays with voucher, they are a very important person. Bear that in mind.
Why?
How often have you got vouchers?
But you know that there are levels of vouchers. There are vouchers that are actually having
I mean,
monetary value.
If you go to a nice restaurant and you pay with a voucher, getting a voucher from that restaurant or a voucher that is connected to that restaurant, I mean, it's a kind of a big deal. That means you're probably working for a big company, or for you to land that voucher.
No, you can buy them.
VIP.
You can get them.
You get them.
I think
them.
I have from Melia from 2000 and something. I have like still 100 euros.
Well, how did you get them?
Brother, I was a big boy that time.
You see, that's what I'm saying.
Mama was a big boy.
You see, you mentioned you're a big boy.
Voucher's not bad.
Voucher is not
I
bad.
Because
there's
money in there.
Now life is different. Now I've matured.
There's money in vouchers.
There's money in vouchers.
So it's the same thing.
Voucher is equivalent to card.
Card? Which card?
Everything is money.
It's
as
I
long-
mean, it's a legal tender, so
The thing is, knowing how to present it.
yeah.
You can't come out with a mash load of like 5 papers like this.
That's-
You have to, and in your conversation you can like embed it. After she's eaten, she's enjoyed it. You can be like, you actually know that I found a nice deal and I thought it would be beautiful for us to try this place out. and I got a little deal on the vouchers thing and blah 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 blah. And then once the guy comes, normally if you're having certain vouchers, you even call ahead to reserve or to book, so they know
that you have a
what.
voucher.
They know that, you know. So that way, once the guy comes, bam, look at it, it's me. Case closed. You shouldn't be ashamed. This is why having a certain conversations and being somewhat confident about what you're doing and who you are really goes a long way in some of these things.
It's based on confidence.
Yeah, make it a point of, look, if you're telling her I have voucher for this place and I would like us to try it out, I would like to try it out with you to even make it more personal, and she's iffy about it, next time you know that, okay, she's not the kind of girl for that.
Exactly.
And why must I spend my money in your presence for you to see the cash to believe that I am worth spending time with?
That was what this girl was saying. She was like, I have to test you, financially speaking.
But that's prostitution anyways.
That's one way to see it.
It is prostitution.
Question for you, Maya.
Yeah.
You remember this guy that interviewed a homosexual man? Said, welcome this guy to the stage, and I said, why are you gay? So the question is, what's your issue with because I believe you have issues with pro-black people that in an interracial relationship. I believe.
I won't call it issues. It's just it's like you're saying pro-black, but the essence of it's difficult because we have to actually categorize what pro-black means. That's where it already falters. But for some, I see like the being pro-black, the foundation of pro-blackness stems from a black family. In my opinion, that's the basic, that's the bare minimum. So it's difficult for you to say that you're pro-black and then you're dating a white woman. Because you're investing, because we always say that the women are the ones that are upholding the household.
It's pro-black, not like every progress in the black community.
That's where the technicality stems from. So yeah,
but that's the point.
That's the point.
So if you marry a white woman and that white woman is willing to help you build your town, your state, maybe she's willing to give everything, with even maybe she's educated and she has some certain expertise, and she's willing to help you where you lack some understandings, isn't that a big advantage?
It is a big advantage.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, there's no problem marrying a white woman or someone of different race and then still being a pro-black. Yeah, but even your resume afterwards, after she has helped you, like you did all these things with her help, your resume will be fire.
Well, that's
and you even managed to bring a white woman to help you do all this stuff.
Yeah, that's where it stems from. Why I said like we actually have to. I don't know if we have to do anything, but when people are saying pro-blackness, it's about the whole concept of being black, and like I said, the foundation is the black family. So you can also find a black woman that also helps.
Why is that necessary? Like, why does the foundation have to be like?
Because when it comes to black people, we always like to dilute our ideologies. But they wouldn't want to do that.
What do you mean would like to dilute our ideas?
No, because
in sense of
what I'm saying is that we always like to include everything we want to do is like, okay, let's include others. The others don't see it that way. They will base their ideologies and the philosophies on who they are. If it so happens to be that somebody that is not of their essence comes in, they will include them. But we always think that, let's give other people a chance. The Jewish community don't do that. Even the essence of the European community.
I beg to differ.
How?
In Nigeria, for example,
yeah,
it's not like people want to be with others. They are forced to be with others, and there are crises everywhere.
In what sense?
Ethnicity, for example.
Yeah, okay, that's the tribal issues. That's not something else. But like, let's say for instance,
but it's tribal issues that is going to bring people to come close to diversity. You get me? Like, there are many tribes, and you have to diverse at the end of the day. And if it's meant to some tribes, they want to be on their own.
I think it just.
But they can't be. They can't be because they are blinded by law.
I think it's a few that would like to be on their own.
Yes. I wouldn't say a few.
No,
a lot of people. I mean, some people at the end of the day that they have already mixed with other ethnicity, that they know the culture and everything. There might be a motive and bias and say, okay, yeah, you have to stay with them. And there are some indigenous people that would say, okay, no, we want to stay on our own. And I think that's the majority.
Yes, but the thing is, like, a monoculture always has they have this essence of like progressing way quicker ahead. It's because everybody thinks alike.
A monoculture?
Yeah,
I think they progress quicker?
Yeah.
I believe so too.
They do, because there is no essence of me feeling like, okay, the people from the east think this way and the people from the east west think that way, because they all think alike. That's what the Chinese are doing. That's why the Chinese could have progressed that quickly in the last 20 years.
Okay.
A lot of problems.
I know where why now. I understand why I asked. You said monoculture.
A monoculture, yeah.
And I was thinking of a monolithic tribe, kind of just a tribe,
no.
But a culture, so it can be like the whole nation.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Even when we don't see it,
that's why I was afraid. Like,
even when we don't see the Europeans, they also have their own culture.
They have an agenda.
They have a very similar culture.
Yeah.
Although maybe the language different. So that's why when we oftentimes say like, okay, they should put us into certain places, it's very difficult for them because they don't want to let loose of that culture. So all this inclusivity thing, they know what they're holding on to, and that's when it comes to us as Africans, it's like we always are very quick to be, because I think we're so hospitable.
Like Africa, we are one.
Exactly, but we still have to create that mindset of, are we really one? I don't mind actually people dating outside of the race.
But I just see that's propaganda. Like, we are one thing.
Obviously,
because I believe everybody in their own, they believe like, okay, yeah, we are one, but at the end of the day,
we're not one.
Nah.
One man is one.
One man is one.
No, but like this interracial dating is nothing that is bad, because you have to see it in a political standpoint and in an emotional standpoint. You know, in an emotional standpoint, is love is love. Political standpoint is something different. Because when are we going to see like the Austrian politicians openly saying that, okay, this is who I'm dating a black woman or an Asian woman? Because that doesn't fit to the Austrian narrative or the white narrative.
Yeah.
So you get. So because we as a black nation, we're not strong enough to have like a proper identity. That's why I'm still on the fence of like, we should not yet be including other people.
The other was.
But that was the first dose.
Was mixed. The other
That was the first
just to
the
calm
first dose of vaccination. The second dose. It did.
So Prince,
I'm listening.
What do you think about the question Zimaiwa brought up, or Desmond rather, with the
Interracial
dating if you're pro-black?
And this guy is going to say something that is going to make every one of us open our mouths.
You should say it now.
Watch.
Watch. I don't have anything against interracial dating. Are we satisfied?
Is it because of what? You say your mind though.
I said it before. I feel when it comes to interracial dating, we shouldn't underestimate cultural differences as well. I mean, interracial dating is like black and white, for example, right? Or European and African.
Or Asian and African.
Asian and African, yeah. As I said before, I always feel that the cultural difference shouldn't be underestimated. I think is that there's some things I can expect to happen in an African household where I feel it's a normal thing that is happening. Or now coming to a European household, there's some certain things, like, for example, how do we express loyalty? How do we, for example, Europeans express, how do I say it? How do they show loyalty, or how do they express loyalty? These are really the smaller issues in a relationship. Now you must understand that you need to learn the culture, understand the culture, and be able to live that culture. And their wife at the same time needs to do the same thing for you. Whereas when you're dating within your race, for example, there's some certain things you already know about her culture and all that. So I feel that at that time, potential struggles and potential quarrels out that are already eliminated from the beginning, from the get-go as well.
Okay, so far what you're saying, I think most people will agree because you made a lot of sense. One thing I just want to add that you have to maybe have in mind is that the question was connected to someone that is living a pro-black life.
Yeah.
So it's not just about do interracial relationships work or what are the dynamics.
No, I understand that thing, but
I guess
I understand that thing, but I still feel that those both of them are actually kind of connected. To go back to a pro-black thing, I feel like I don't want to go back and forth with what you have been saying since. But now we're already with the society. Now we're already going to two sides. Like, what is the meaning of being conservative these days and not being conservative these days? And the thing is that being conservative means like okay, or it's like nationalistic. Yeah. Being that side means like nationalistic. Yeah, means like having borders and being close into one system, into one country, within borders. So the question is,
but the thing is like it's different for white and it's different for black, because Desmond said like being pro-black means the progression of black people. So that means you can use anybody in order for the ethnicity to progress. But at the same time, it's like you know the history. If you understand the history, would you still delve into that marriage? It's difficult. It's difficult for you to be like. It's like when your parents are telling you something and you know better, and then we ask you like, "Why are you so stupid?" Like you're just in your mind, you're just like, "I just want to have fun." Genetics.
but
So that's it from you. But for me, it's always like people that are pro-black. It's not. It's an entire thing. You have to see it in an entirety. Like you have the black family, you're supporting black business, all kinds of things. It's very difficult. So for you to just negate one aspect and just say like, okay, I'm pro-black.
Actually, because the why I was talking around all these things, because I don't believe in pro-black. I don't believe in pro-black actually.
This more already said.
You have to lay more emphasis to that.
I don't believe in pro-black. I don't believe in pro-African. It's too big. The platform we're trying to create, it's too big, and we don't have control over the platform. If you tell me like pro-Nigerian, pro-Ghanaian,
So you're saying we have to take it from
The grassroots.
from the grassroots
and stay at the grassroots. There's no
and
need-
stay there,
and stay there.
not even expand.
Not expand and not
I thought
include.
you are making sense to me, but
No, not making sense.
No.
And the
So what if so let me ask you.
I'm speaking the truth.
Yeah, I understand, but the question I have for you is, if eventually you made it in the grassroots, like maybe you uphold a town or a state, and you did well with progressing the town, the state, wouldn't you consider expanding?
No. I'll be an example for other countries, and they should learn from me. And if they want my expertise, I'm ready to help them.
I mean, you're already expanded.
I just said
You're already expanding.
Nationalistic mindset.
If you would help them, once you're involved, you're already expanding. But I'm saying, sometimes the decision might not even be in your hands at a point.
That's
Because
true.
if you could as a person make a state great again, all by yourself. I mean, I wouldn't say all by yourself, with the help of others as well. But in your name, they might even say, this guy should go for president. See what he has done in this state.
Yeah.
See what he has done in this town. And you will be forced to do some certain things.
But,
you get me?
Yeah, but we shouldn't forget one thing. Any organization, anything you have, once it grows to a certain level, it's made to break apart. Anything that goes, don't you guys agree?
No.
That any institution you create or anything you create,
You
once
emphasize
when you have got a certain stage,
Obviously, okay,
certain-
it's because a lot.
it's meant to
I understand what you're
break
saying. It's
apart.
because
Like,
a lot of people are
yeah,
now-
If you say it's meant, that's where the issue is.
exactly.
and the thing is-
It has to do with
like it's very
wordings.
No,
If you
but-
watch, I always try to.
yeah,
Mhm.
but I mean what I say, like it's meant to break apart.
It's not meant. You're building something,
But then,
you don't
but
want
then,
it to
you-
break
then- but
apart.
then you don't have vision then.
Yeah, because you
the
don't
visionary,
do something
you want
to make it want it break.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
want to.
Okay,
You want
like-
to.
okay,
It's
like-
the same as the European Union because that was a vision.
But still, like wait, no, like okay, let's take the European Union for example. We grew so far. Now we have so many different opinions within the union that people are already thinking of breaking apart because they don't believe in where the direction is going to, but they still believe.
Yeah, because
in the-
directions
in the
do change.
basis.
Directions do change, but
Yeah.
that's the essence. But you have to. That's why I said pro-blackness because pro-blackness includes the black entire nation.
Yeah, exactly.
People
yeah.
that consider themselves black.
Yeah.
Sure, you get. So because we as an ethnicity we're not strong enough,
Mhm.
so we have to create a mindset
Okay.
that we can come together and be great.
Okay,
That's the
let's-
essence. If you say that Nigerians always feel that they're great.
let's feel
So
it.
Nigerians don't need anybody.
Yeah.
So people that from South Africans are also like they're incubating themselves. They don't need anybody. So now you have two great nations that feel like they don't need anybody.
Mhm.
But if they will come together, that will allow the rest of the whole continent, the black continent, to feel like we can actually do something. Sure, you get. But if you just put it just on one nation,
But don't
one
you
nation is always by themselves, but you need others as well.
at the same time, don't you feel that the other nations should also do their work by themselves?
Everybody has to do their work, but that's the thing. But everybody does their work, and then you come together to, like you said, if you want to go ahead, if you want to go far, you go together. If you just want to progress fast, then you go alone. But the thing is, like, for you to actually maintain the success.
What I see is that you can be a pro-black man or woman and be in a interracial relationship, right? Because in unity there is diversity. So we're all having one target, but there is enough space for individuality, right? So now I can be pro-black, but I fall in love and I love all my, well, let's not overstretch it. I fall in love with my black sisters, as in I love my black sisters, my aunties, my whatever, for the sake that they are just being black. Yes and no, because there are people that they are black and they are shit. Like personality, their ideology might not rhyme with mine, but still, we're all one and we're working for our betterment, right? But now the issues of the heart sometimes can't be controlled. So
that's what I said, yeah.
I say that you can find a white woman, an Asian woman, whatever kind of woman you choose to go for, and you happen to be like, I'm open to any woman, because I am pro-black doesn't mean that I don't have exchanges with other communities, right?
That's true.
So I am pro-black, but there is enough exchange, work, whatever, blah blah blah, profession, business, things where I mix and have relations with other people. So now, as long as that is given, there is always the possibility that I might fall for someone that is not of my race. And for me to be able to be true to my community, I also have to be true to myself. So if I'm true to myself and I fall in love with a woman from the mountain of Caucasus, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for her. Fuck whatever any of you other pro-blacks say. Because me falling for her doesn't change my agenda to better the lives of each and everyone as far as I can. Mind you, me being together with a non-black woman, female, means that I'll have kids that will be mixed. And in certain societies, they will still be seen as black. So why should that inhibit or stop me from being and doing what I want to do?
That's the thing, but when we are talking about those things, it sounds very like idealistic. Sure, you get. So, but the thing is that when people have a certain ideology, that they're true believers in a certain ideology, there's no way, shape, or form that you can bend the rules the way you want.
But this has nothing to do with bending the rules. Because
It
so
is.
are you going to tell me I should marry
It is.
a black woman that?
No, but you don't have
There's-
to marry, because you see.
So I rather stay single, or I just keep banging the white
because
shit.
what is easier? What is easier?
No, I would just like to understand from our conversation now. So, what would the expectation be from those that understand the pro-black activism more than I do? That I just keep being boyfriends and girlfriends with the white girl?
No, you don't have any
Interracial.
You don't have any romantic
romantic
relations with somebody of none of your same color that you have. You know, but the essence is that you're dating a white woman, now, for instance.
Okay, now see.
The value and everything, your inheritance.
See, everything is just based
Everything
on-
has to be in proportion.
according to the way you see it and the way I'm seeing it right
Yes.
now.
That's the thing.
It's representation.
Of what?
If you have to marry a black person just to push your agenda,
You're going to live a false life. I'd rather have you marry a white woman and you know what you're doing. Definitely. Maybe you might not be focused
but-
the way you used to be.
And
First life, okay. First life, but is it about like you once said? Is it about purpose or being happy?
Okay,
See,
now.
that's
Yes.
what-
Okay,
that's
okay,
what-
hold
that's
on.
what- that's what I'm
I
trying
hear
to-
you.
that's what I'm
But
trying to
now,
get at, you know?
I hear you, and I think that's beautiful that you're bringing that up. Now, and it wasn't purpose. I said, is it about what makes you happy or what's right?
Mhm.
Right? And what should be placed in forefront is do what is right. Then it's a luxury to do what makes you happy. You get me? So, what is right is live your life of purpose. So if your life purpose is being a leader or a strong supporter of the pro-black movement, do that. But if you get involved with a woman that your heart beats for, don't let one be and go for the other, because there will be a dilemma along the way. Resentment will start.
Of course, yeah.
You start resenting the woman if you say like, okay, you know what, I can't support this, my pro-black movement, and you're reading about it, everything that is happening, your ear is like this antenna, but you are not participating. And if you say, let the woman be, and let me be part of the pro-black movement, or let me just exclusively live life for the pro-black movement, there will be a void that needs to be filled. And then it's just going to be flesh that fills your bed of black women, and not a woman that fills your heart. You get me? So I therefore say, go for the woman you want, whatever color she may be, and be focused. But if it's a woman now that you know it's just about, oh, I like her WAP, brother, let that white woman be. Stick to your black woman. We have many that have fantastic WAP, you know, but you have to seek balance. Is this a woman that is willing to understand and know the cause I'm fighting for? So even if you fall in love with a racist woman, she will never. And it can happen.
It can happen.
You can fall in love with a racist woman, and whatever you do, like she's gonna be like, "I love you, nigga," but these are your people. I don't
I don't
understand.
believe that shit.
I think it can happen, brother.
But no, wait.
No.
Wait. Because you said like it can happen. You said it cannot happen. So that means she believes in an ideology where she's like pro-white. So the white woman now says like, I can never fall in love with a black woman because that doesn't propagate or even promote my pro-whiteness.
Pro-white is not racist.
Thank you very much. Pro-white is not racism.
I'm not talking about racism now.
But that's what you're just trying to say, do.
But because you mentioned the racist woman.
Yes,
she
you mentioned racist woman,
okay,
but
but
and then you said pro-white.
Okay, let's say that she's not racist, but she's just a lot of white women will tell you like, okay, I can only see myself marrying a white guy. A lot of Turkish women will tell you, okay, I can only marry Turkish. So they believe in whatever they believe. So that's their ideology, that's their philosophy in life.
Okay,
and that brings
So it's not possible for you to be like, this is my philosophy in life is to uphold blackness, but then you just meander through it the way you want.
Yeah, but look, but some of these women or some of these people in this your example,
yeah,
don't find fulfillment in their love lives.
Yeah,
So now they leave one and go for the other.
That's why
I'm trying to find the middle ground.
Yeah, but that's why I said
go
that.
for the person you love
that's why
and stick to your pro thingy.
Yeah, but that's what I said at the very beginning. It's either very emotional based, the way you see your relation is very politically based. So this obviously there's no right or wrong in this thing that we're doing. You can see it emotionally or politically. A lot of the guys the black guys that are stars, that are athletes, most of them are marrying white women.
Have you?
What message
ever
do
asked?
send to
Okay, hold on. Have
We
we
don't know
ever
the
asked?
reason behind it.
Thank you. Have we ever asked why?
We don't know the reason behind it.
Have we ever asked
in
why?
all of their lives before they made that money, they never saw any eligible black woman they could have married.
We don't know the reason.
Some of them have already
I
been
don't.
chasing
You know the
white
reason
girls.
behind it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, I know. But they know the reason
the
behind
success
it.
rate. Yeah, come on.
It's a successfully.
Yeah, in some cases you can only be welcome to certain circles.
What you said earlier brings me to my first example. Like, if you see someone that has the same, not necessarily the same vision as you, but you tell them your vision, and they understand, like, okay, I'm willing to do this thing with you, regardless of your race. Yeah, just go with them.
Yeah.
Even if they are following your vibe, if they are following your vision, your purpose, your everything, like, I mean, it's a nice vibe. The love is even going to go stronger. And whereas you might see a black, you might see a black woman that doesn't give a shit about this stuff.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That we're always basing.
But just to keep,
we're always basing
this,
the
just to keep
Even
face. And that's why I said
even to keep
representation. You have a black woman, yeah, is equal to that. You have a white woman.
Yeah, I know.
See, there are some white women. They're fantastic.
That's true.
Fantastico. I love them.
You can
They love me too.
Sugar.
Oh yeah, testify.
I always say that's true.
And likewise, you have black women that are out of this world, superb. Before they say I only praise white women, so I have to smart there. You know, it's hard to go about some of these things.
No, it's very difficult. There's no right or wrong.
Just this situation we're talking about happens to just a handful of people in history that they say that I'm into all this, but look at this woman. You know why? I've noticed that as much as I like and love our black women, there are still some white women that enter my eye. So I am just honest to myself to be like, and I've seen some white women, I'm like, she's so divine. Oh,
Blessed, you mean?
Divine.
I mean nowadays
blessed is so she's divine.
Nowadays I would see like, why are you looking like a black girl?
Oh yeah, you are talking of her assets.
Okay,
I'm talking of her
wait,
queen
wait.
essence. She's just, you're like,
because you guys are saying something.
Oh.
You guys are saying something, but most of our black sisters,
put us into trouble.
they don't even. They don't really.
Are you saying this according to research or
Observation and research.
Fantastic.
I have experience.
Okay. Let's
I have
hear.
experience. Most of our black sisters,
I might have to distance
they
myself from
they
this
don't
next
even
statement.
entertain that idea of dating a white man. But
What?
Wait. But all of us now
Yeah.
are saying, yeah, but only. So there's.
Who told you they don't entertain?
You see the return. Come on.
I don't want to use the word issue. I don't want to use the word issue because that's what I'm saying. Like,
So you don't want to use what?
I don't want to use the word issue because you always like to go for what. But I'm going to use the
because
word. But
if we're not careful, someone might take because of that one thing and twist our words because we've been
They
there.
can open the middle of my eyelash and lick it. Yeah. But I'm still going to use it. So
On point. On point.